Do you ever have one idea, and then it leads to 12 others? Well, my name's Hao, and today we're going to be talking about 13 things I would like in Project Sekai. These are features that I've come up with, and I think they'd be really cool, and if anyone from Color Palette is watching this, please add them all to the game. Anyways, let's get into the video. Okay, starting off with the one that gave me the idea for the video, server-exclusive Vocaloids. What this would mean is that each server would get their own Vocaloid, speaking the server's native language. For example, the English server could get Oliver, Korean server could have Siyu, and the Chinese server could have Lu Tianyi. If they were added, they probably wouldn't be put in the story. They would probably just act how Miku acts, introducing the game to you, popping up for random events. Maybe they could have little chibi sprites that stand around the areas like all the other virtual singers do. They probably wouldn't have much use, but I think they'd be fun to have. The second thing I would like, more movement in Leonid MVs. They kind of just stand there a bunch of the time playing their instruments, and I think we only have one where somebody is actually walking around doing something other than playing an instrument, which is Hello Worker. I mean, I'm not asking for them to like do a lot, but it's kind of repetitive, if you know what I mean. They just sit there every single time playing their instruments. They could add some motion or something, I don't know. Number 3, doesn't require any explanation. More alt vocals. Please, more for Haruka, I love her voice. Okay, number 4 is a bit weird, but card trading. You know how you can roll the gacha and get cards? I want to be able to trade the cards around. Like, I get a bad Miku card from the gacha, and I want to trade it for a Len 4-star or something. We should be able to trade with people for their cards. Number 5, ability changing. I treat this game so much like Splatoon. Number 6, more classic songs from older Project Diva games. And grouping this in with number 6, 3D MVs that replicate the dances done in Project Diva. First part is self-explanatory. I feel like most of the classic songs go to virtual singer only, but I'd like to hear some covers of them. And if they were covering them, it would be cool to get a 3D MV seeing them dance to the song like it was danced to in Project Diva. Number 7 is a very self-explanatory one, more of a variety in songs. We get a bunch of Miku songs, but the others don't really get as many as her, so I feel like we should just pick out more for the other Vocaloids. It's not even that difficult. We could very easily do this. Come on. Where are my Kaido songs? Number 8 is kind of weird, but virtual singer focus events. We don't really get to learn about them that much, and like, I don't know, I just want to know more about them. Okay, number 9 is kind of small, but change the note colors. I don't know, I've just gotten tired of the muted periwinkle and green coming down at me at Mach 10. So I feel like changing it up a little would be nice. Okay, the next one doesn't really count for being in Project Sekai, but number 10 is a manga. It would just be really cool to read Project Sekai. I'm too lazy to go back and read all the event stories. I need them to make a whole book for us to read. Number 11, a reward for APing. APing is really hard, and there's no reward for it unless you do it on Master, and that's not even money, it's just a title. So I feel like we should be, you know, compensated for our hard work. Number 12 is medleys. So if you weren't aware, medleys were a feature in the Project Diva X, I believe, in which you'd play 3 or more songs back to back, and they have some very smooth transitions, like look at this. Yeah, I feel like they'd be really cool to have in Project Sekai, since we're getting like new modes and stuff, you know, append and things like that. I think a medley mode would be really cool. Finally, we have come to the last thing that I want in Project Sekai. This one's kind of small, but listen to music in the overworld. I don't know, when you're making custom profiles and just sitting there for like 2 hours, that you're hearing that repetitive song is awful, honestly. And if you're just trying to, you know, upgrade cards and things like that, you have to listen to the exact same song you've heard 500 times by now. So I feel like listening to other music would be nice. That is all for the video. If you like me, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, don't subscribe. I'll see you next week.